Good.
You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. Any doubts at all that you'll be fully ready on Saturday?
No, I'll be playing on Saturday.
What can you tell us at all what you've been dealing with?
Just nicks and bruises, what you go through during a regular season. Like last year, we only played 8 games, so that was like the luxury of playing fresh every day. But now it's a regular season, so just little nicks and bruises that you get over the season.
So what happened against Maryland, was that just kind of aggravating an injury you already had?
Yeah.
If it had a game last week, would you have been able to play last week?
I don't know. I don't.
What are the things you're doing to try to keep yourself healthy, kind of get past this and be healthy for the stretch run?
Doing a lot in terms of massages, rehabilitation, all like sports science. Our training room is really up to date with getting our bodies right, cryo, getting in a float tank. Anything that can get my body right, I do it.
How much did it help to have that bye week, to get a week to rest? I assume you probably didn't practice as much last week.
It was really crucial. I got my rest, but it was also I could make my corrections and do, watch film, get on the film, and look at stuff that other teams are looking at, and improve my gameplay.
Haskell, is it your opinion that you guys are practicing and preparing like a championship team? Did y'all go through any metamorphosis after the Oregon game, or did you feel like the prep was always there? But just what has it been like the last several weeks? I mean, do you feel like you kind of know what it takes?
It was just the sense of urgency, and two, the standard. We understood that we weren't playing to the standard, and we have to hold ourselves accountable for our responsibilities on the field.
Did anybody address that? Any of you players stand up in front of the team and address those kind of things?
We all kind of just came together and understood that the way that we were playing wasn't up to par. It wasn't up to Ohio State par, and it wasn't of the standard. So we all stood up and promised to each other that we need to play our best game.
Can you state that standard? I mean, can you put that into words? What is that standard?
Like goals, like small goals, like got to hold a team to 100 yards rushing. Winning the down and distance, winning field position, stuff like that, and setting small goals for every game so that guys have a goal going into the game and how they need to play and what standard they need to play at.
I imagine you thought your depth at defensive tackle would be pretty good this year, Haskell. Is it even better than you thought with like some young guys stepping up, like Tyreek Williams and maybe some other guys? Just your thoughts on the depth at D tackle for you guys.
It was just the depth, and that was good, but also it's hard because with experience comes confidence, and some guys, you needed to go through those games and get those game reps in, so that you can build confidence in yourself, and that's why you see guys like Tyreek Williams, Ty Hamilton stepping up to the plate and showing up in big games.
You had a breakout year last year. How are you even better this year? I don't know if it's like strength-wise, technique-wise. What are some ways you're even better this year after your breakout year?
I feel my motor and my ability to play deep into games, going from 32, 35 reps to 42, 50 reps, and being able to sustain that for a whole game.
Haskell, you just said that it's crucial having the release it was for you for the bye week. What do you personally feel about bye weeks? Is it better to maybe have a week off in the middle of the season to recoup, or would you rather just play through and kind of get it all over with at once?
I think it's good that you have a week off, in the sense that, there's now film out there on yourself, and you are able to, watch yourself, see how you actually play, because you're so busy, watching other teams, you never really watch yourself and understand how other teams are game planning for you and those around you. So it's really good. It's a learning experience, and it's also the ability to just catch up on film and how to critique yourself.
Haskell, last year you guys played Indiana. You guys were 35% before obviously Indiana State. I don't know, is there a message you guys take from that game that's kind of applied to this year? Do you take anything from that game and apply it this year?
Just don't be relaxed. Yeah, they have a lot of weapons, both at receiver and running back. And so just not being relaxed, being able to finish games, that's huge.
I know they haven't had a season record standpoint, wasn't anywhere near what they were last year, but I guess what stands out.
Yeah, no, they have a great offensive line, a lot of big dudes, and we just have to play our best game.
Haskell, Ryan Day has spoken in the past about a circle of care that he cares about with the players and taking care of your mental fortitude just as much as the physical. Can you talk a little bit about what that looks like within the program?
You know, just being very transparent. You know, he's a very transparent coach, and his door is always open, whether he's in a meeting or not. You know, we can always come to him and talk to him, and we have the resources around the facility. You know, whenever guys are like homesick, freshmen are homesick, when dudes are going through things off the field, you know, we have resources and people to go to for those answers, other than our family and friends.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
What was your reaction to Purdue beating Iowa last week? Is it kind of a reminder for this team of not to take any team for granted in this league?
I mean, yeah, it just comes to what I said, you know, in the beginning of the season after our loss. You know, there's a lot of ball left to play. Everybody thought everything was set in stone in the beginning of the season. Like, still have to play the whole season and get to the, to the championship. You know, so the goal has always been to get to the Big Ten, and just you can't sleep on any team in the Big Ten at all because everybody's good.
How much have you seen the leadership on this team evolve over the course of the first half of the season?
It's been really unique. You know, a lot of guys that weren't leaders or weren't looked at as guys as leaders are stepping up and they're speaking. And even though you have guys like me who are captains, it's just I'm a captain. That's all. But there's a bunch of leaders on this team and those who have leadership roles.
Who are some of the guys who maybe weren't leaders at the start of the year that you feel like have become leaders now?
I feel that my man Jerron Cage has really stepped up and been outspoken. Guys like Ronnie Hickman have stepped up, in big ways. Dudes like Cody Simon, Tommy Eichenberg, guys like that. From my standpoint on the defensive side, I can't speak for the offensive side, but I know for me personally, those guys have really stepped up and made their voice known.
How much of a role do you think that's played in this defense's improvement, that those guys have stepped up and they have started to set the tone in the defensive room?
It's the aspect of, they're showing their confidence. They're showing that, you can trust in me that I'm going to do my job on the field, and that's all that really matters.
Over the last few years, how has it been sort of mentally preparing for games and just getting that mental fortitude to a point where you feel like you're ready to play every Saturday, given anything else that's been going on outside of the field?
For me personally?
Yeah.
I think it's just for me, I really like to lock in as the game gets closer. Once, just like any regular week, once I believe in the game plan, once I understand, like when we get to Thursday, once I need to fully understand the game plan and be crisp, and that's our walkthrough. That's our last dress up before the game. So for me personally, it's just shutting out everything off the field and getting on the film and getting locked in with the game plan.